What's up, nation? Really appreciate you guys for being part of this episode. Just want to talk about a few things that's on my mind. One of the things, man, that the NFL finally changing the rulings of the throwback helmets. Yes, the Dallas Cowboys should be able to wear those white helmets with the blue star. And to me personally, that's one of their better looking helmets. I like that throwback uniform when they wear it. It was just looking weird when they put the silver helmet on. I know. A lot of people are old fashioned and like the traditional ways of wearing just the normal uniforms, but I like that throwback jersey look. The authentic look that it presents, the crispiness of where it looks like, especially when we playing at home with those throwback jerseys. I can't wait to see it for the 2021 season. And speaking of just in general, like the throwback jerseys itself, and my calls, my cliques, all of those things, man, it's a wonderful situation. It gives us a fresh look. We know that this game at times gets serious, but at the end of the day, it is a game. It is a game. It's not something that you should look at and say, oh, we're going to be so serious about that and we get into fisticuff because somebody else have a different opinion. No, it's supposed to be a game. And a lot of people wear their feelings on their shoulders, but I get it. It's a game, though. It's a game. So hopefully, and I mean just that, with the new flavor of the NFL being a little bit more relaxed, allowing players to dance. Last season, I liked the fact that they was doing it. And of course, I think they allowed them to dance in 2019 as well. So I do like that they are relaxing a little bit. I do like that. Another note, Jerry Wayne Jones is trying to have the NFL Combine here in Dallas, Texas, at the Star FRISCO, I believe. And they have another facility, of course, in Arlington, where we have the actual game is played at the mega stadium there. I'm looking at it like this, Cowboy Nation and beyond, and those who out there that's watching this, who's not even a Cowboys fan. It's a wonderful scenario. Dallas is centrally located in the United States. I believe the infrastructures and all of those things should be completed by the year of 2023. That is when they are projected to have this event if they win. Now they should allow that situation and scenario to win for Dallas, because just think about it. Players will be able to commute via vehicle because they don't have to fly, because Texas in the South, you know, this is football capital, right? We got so many universities out here, so a lot of people that attend school, they can just drive up there. And then we have two airports that, you know, people can use, these programs can use to fly in. So the traffic aspect of it should not be as gaudy or as busy, I meant to say. And I think that the uniqueness of the way the city is laid out, I think that the Dallas Cowboys should host the Combine, and I think that they should sign a 10 to maybe a 15-year contract. And look at all of the things Jerry Jones have done for the NFL. They should just throw him the keys to the Combine, because we got all of the resources here. We got all of the programs that's put in place. And on top of that, the city is growing so rapidly. This would be a groundbreaking news for anybody who plays sports in this area or who got businesses in this area. And that NFL Combine right here in Texas, man, you got state-of-the-art things around here. That would be a plus. And that's good news. I love hearing that type of stuff as far as the economical growth for the city and for this state. That's just remarkable. So hopefully the voting committee and everybody else will do this. And don't wait too late. Jerry Jones, you know, he getting long in the tooth, man. And that tooth is long. And hopefully we have some other good news around that time parameter. Shout out to the Colts for having the Combine for all of those years, but it's time to have a new scenery. Yeah, And Lucas Oil Stadium is a pretty nice facility, by the way. But Dallas is second to none. Of course, you know, people love the Vegas Stadium once it's completed. And then, of course, I heard people say that the Atlanta Falcons Stadium is pretty nice. But we're talking about stadiums of where they got that view from. Jerry Jones. They got that. The way they building those stadiums is because of Jerry Jones. See how all of this stuff works out? So, yes. And I think the LA Rams Stadium will be a beautiful sight for people to see. I know it was kind of sullied and denigrated and cast aspersions on because not a lot of people were able to go see it last season due to the pandemic and things like that. But neither here nor there. The Dallas Cowboys heading into the 2021 season. You see I'm switching topics right quick. Heading into the 2021 season. We just have to be locked in and focused regardless of what we're wearing, regardless of where they're going to have the future combine at. They just have to be focused in. We're less than 30 days for training camp. We are less than 100 days before we see some real life action as relates to football, and I can't wait. I want people to understand that this is still the off season. Allow these players to collect their minds together, because when it get down to training camp, there's no turning around. There's no more excuses. Now, of course, getting to training camp, trying to get in shape at training camp, you're too late. That's all I'm saying. Everybody that knows that follow this channel, it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have the opportunity and not be prepared. These guys got to make sure they're eating right, making sure they're getting the right nourishment. This is the war of attrition, because when training camp kick off, the evaluation process starts, and they got some hungry people, and we know we need some dogs out there, and we need somebody that can challenge somebody and take their jobs. That's the reality of it. You got to be locked in and focused in on getting out there in shape with your mind, mentally and physically, and picking up the playbook and everything else that coach gave you. And on top of that, you got to battle and fight for your position. And that's for all of the players that's out there. There's only 53 spots, I believe, for the 2021 season. They're not going to do this extension and all of this. So you got to mark your spot and say, hey, I'm one of the 53 men. I am. So all of that comes from preparations, your thoughts, your mind, and getting in shape and making sure, most importantly, out of all of those things, is being on time. Coach used to tell me all the time to make sure your troops are in order, right? Because you're the captain of the team. But also, if you're on time, you're late. So that means you got to be there early. And I'm talking about not 4 minutes early. I'm talking about 10 to 15 minutes early. Yeah, you do. You got to be a step ahead of your competition. And that mindset got to be permeated through everybody's thoughts. We ready for some football. We ready for some action. Yeah, so that's my prep talk out of all of this as well, Cowboy Nation. Post me your thoughts, post me your concerns down below of this off season of the training camp. Who you got as your dark horse? I already told everybody Tyler Cole is one of my dark horses on the defensive side of the coin. So we'll find out who's going to be the dark horse on the offense once the training camp starts. But I want to know who you guys got, Cowboy Nation. I can't wait to see you guys out there in training camp. Let's continue to grind and shine. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Can't wait to see those throwback helmets. And of course, I'm already going to speak it into existence. Let's have this combine 2023 out here in Texas land. Baby, let's go. Let's go. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys.